After a year-and-a-half-long investigation, Denora Cardoso's daughter Eva, granddaughter Kayla, and registered nurse Lisa Hamilton appeared in Brockton Superior Court on Friday. Both Eva and Kayla are currently paraprofessionals for Brockton Public Schools. They say all three women failed to properly care for the 79-year-old, eventually leading to her death in May of 2023. According to their findings, Eva became her mom's caretaker in 2019 and was paid through the state's personal care attendant program. Eva also signed up her daughter to be part of it and became the surrogate.
So she is supposed to control who she's hiring to care for her.
The DA says when Eva started getting paid, she would split the checks with Kayla. That started in 2020. By April of 2022, Lisa Hamilton became involved in the care and was required to check on Denora's well-being weekly, receiving some of that money too. On May 17th of 2023, Eva reported her mom needed an ambulance. Firefighters arrived to find Denora living in deplorable conditions with bed sores all over her.
In the back bedroom, they immediately observed bed bugs and cockroaches climbing in the bedding and on the person of Denora Cardoso.
They say Denora was taken to a hospital where she died 2 days later from infections and sepsis.
What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Hope your day's going pretty good. My day's going pretty good. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss a video. Now, how many of you remember the song by the O'Jays called For the Love of Money? And when it come down to this story right here, a verse in that song stuck out to me. And the verse went like this here. People will steal from their mother, and people will rob their own brother. People will do good things and also bad things for the love of money. In this story right here, we got people that done some bad things for the love of money. Let's get into the story. On the screen here, I have 53-year-old Eva Cardoso and 31-year-old Kayla Cardoso and 64-year-old Lisa Hamilton out of Brockton, Massachusetts. And shout out to everybody in Brockton, Massachusetts. Let's get into the story. After a year-and-a-half investigation, they all are facing charges in connection of neglect and the death of 79-year-old Denora Cardoso.
After a year-and-a-half-long investigation, Denora Cardoso's daughter Eva, granddaughter Kayla, and registered nurse Lisa Hamilton appeared in Brockton Superior Court on Friday. They say all three women failed to properly care for the 79-year-old, eventually leading to her death in May of 2023.
Lock them up for a long time. Give them all life. There was nothing done by accident. They all are charged with the murder of this 79-year-old woman. And I would like to send out my condolences to the family of Denora Cardoso. Someone is supposed to be looking out for her. Her daughter, her granddaughter, and a caretaker. An elderly woman who died of extreme neglect in May 2023 was badly neglected by her family and a visiting nurse. That she became stuck to a mattress cover and bed bugs and her skin was growing over the bedding, causing her to blacken by the feces and the urine.
In the back bedroom, they immediately observed bed bugs and cockroaches climbing in the bedding and on the person of Denora Cardoso.
They say Denora was taken to a hospital where she died 2 days later from infections and sepsis.
That is terrible. Her own daughter, granddaughter, and a caretaker is supposed to be looking over her. She's 79 years old. She needs your help. You are all caretakers for her. Caretaker means that you are a caretaker. Whether you are working in a hospital, nursing home, hospice, it does not matter. Even if you are working through a third party, like I believe that the mother and the daughter and the granddaughter, was working for her. And also this idiotic caregiver nurse. Trash, man. How could you do something like this to your own relative? But it happens all of the time. You can be walking down the street, drop $1, and someone put their feet on that dollar, and you turn around and say, hey man, you have your feet on my dollar, don't you know that man will take your life for that dollar? I have heard stories of someone taking someone's life over a dollar, a chicken strip, a piece of chicken, a hamburger. People do not care these days, especially when it comes down to these insurance policies. Why do you think some of these people at these funerals be at the funeral acting up? Families splitting up with each other for the love of money. People will turn on their brother, their sister, and also their mother. They do not care. Just let something like that happen in your family, and you will see how people will act the fool when it comes down to personal items and insurance policies and money. People are sick these days. Denora Cardoso was found covered in cockroaches and bed bugs. Her daughter and her granddaughter and a visiting nurse are accused of stealing the Medicare money that was meant to pay for her care. Stealing this woman's money. This woman probably had medicine she had to pay for with that. Medical transportation. Just personal things in her life. She was supposed to trust her own daughter and her granddaughter. If she could not trust anyone else, she should have been able to trust her daughter and her granddaughter. Which I know that in the life that we are living today, people do not care about their mothers. The granddaughters and grandsons does not care anything about the grandparents, because the grandparents are disrespectful, don't care anything about the grandchildren, and the grandchildren don't care anything about the grandparents, and the children don't care anything about their parents also. I mean, it's just a chain reaction every single day. You got grandmothers out there that are acting like the granddaughters, and you got the mothers and the fathers acting like their children. It's just a messed up situation that we have here in the world today. But these idiots here are supposed to be caregivers of this 79-year-old woman. They let this woman sit in a bed and rot to death, to the point that her skin was flipping over the bed sheeting, and her skin was getting real black by infections, and she was sitting in feces and urine. Eva became her mom's caretaker in 2019 and was paid through the state's personal care program, and she also signed her daughter up to become part of it and became a surrogate. When Eva got paid, she would split the checks with her daughter. That started in 2020. Now I can't even wrap this in my head. I'm working for my grandmother, and my dad or my mother may be a caretaker for my grandmother, and they put me on as a surrogate, and she signed me on, and she's splitting the money with me. Not only is she splitting the money with me, but we are not taking care of grandmother. Now, I'm not saying that something is wrong if someone is doing something like this and they are splitting the money with someone in the family. I'm not saying something is wrong with that. What I do see something wrong with is what they're doing. They are not taking care of her at all. On to the caregiver that is not a relative to 79-year-old Denora Cardoso. What is going on in the world today? You are supposed to be looking out for your mother. You are supposed to be looking out for your grandmother. And also the RN lady is supposed to be looking out for the woman that needs help. Why are you a nurse if you're not going to be a person to help someone? We got a lot of people out there that are in the medical field, whether they may be a doctor, CNA, it does not matter. We have a lot of crooked doctors out there today that are in the medical field. People are dying every single minute and hour. You may have a doctor that may not save someone's life because of the color of their skin, or their nationality, or their religion, or their race, or their creed. You got doctors out there that will on purpose not save someone's life just because of those reasons. I just can't imagine me doing something like this here. If she was not going to take care of her mother, and also the granddaughter was not going to take care of her grandmother, and the other person that is not a relative that is a caregiver was not going to take care of this 79-year-old woman, they should have just let this woman go to the nursing home. Oh, let me stop right there. The nursing home can be sometimes worse. I remember about a story about they found a man in a nursing home stuck in a closet dead. People lose their life in nursing homes each and every single day too. So it's dang if you do and dang if you don't. That's why I encourage everyone out there, exercise, take care of your body, take care of your blood pressure, take care of your blood sugar. Try to make sure you take care of yourself. Stop smoking yourself to death and drinking yourself to death, because you may go somewhere one day where your family may not take care of you, and especially the nursing home or the hospital may not take care of you. Take care of yourself so you don't wind up in a situation like this here. Both Eva and Kayla are currently paraprofessionals for a public school district, and Lisa Hamilton is a registered nurse. All three women failed to properly take care of the 79-year-old woman, eventually leading to her death. That's why I say someone should get the death penalty out of this. This woman may have been still alive today if it wasn't for the carelessness of the daughter and the granddaughter and that nurse. Now, the daughter and the mother, I believe, is still locked up. But the registered nurse that took money also, bailed out of jail. I don't understand sometimes when it comes down to people getting bailed out of jail. I mean, some people need to stay in there. I guarantee you that if that RN or that mother or granddaughter was done like this here, they would want justice. They would want someone to go under the prison. They would want someone to be punished for this. People will do something like this here, and when it comes down to them, they want someone to feel sorry for them and pat them on their back and take care of them and have sympathy for them. I don't have sympathy for now one of these evil women. They all should be locked up for life in a cage somewhere, getting their head slammed in the wall, sitting in their own feces, being neglected, stuck to a mattress with their skin getting blackened. Sad situation, man. They all will appear back in court in January 2025 for a pre-trial conference. And I hope they all get life in prison. Y'all leave a comment and let me know what y'all think about this. Do y'all think justice will be served or not? I don't think so. Like I said in my last story, justice will never be served when it comes down to someone taking someone's life. Justice will never be served because the person that lost their life will never come back here on earth. They're gone. But the people that are responsible for people losing their life will be in jail, eating, talking, walking, working out, talking on the phone, still able to breathe. Y'all have a good one and y'all have a blessed one. Until I see y'all on this video, holla at you.